On a natural gambler, I can't recall just where. Raised on brew and poker, a dollar here and there. Blackjack hand, the dealer man said, pay off that last bet. Bad cards at 21 is all I ever get. Go down gambling, saying when you're running low.
He was the man who had done it all. From an early age, he had a career that spanned decades. Davis went solo in 1950 and was a performer in Las Vegas on numerous television shows, and by 1960s he was on Broadway. It was around this time he was opening up for Frank Sinatra. As his natural talent bloomed, it opened new doors for Sammy.
In my heart.
By the 1960s, David had achieved individual stardom. During this decade, he also became a member of the illustrious Rat Pack, along with Sinatra, Dean Martin, Peter Lawford, and Joey Bishop. The group performed together on stage and on the big screen. While in Vegas, the crew would play golf, party, and gamble, and they'd also create some pretty amazing work, which resulted in 2 films being filmed in Las Vegas, Ocean's 11 and Sergeant 3. They also regularly performed to ecstatic crowds, and the price of a ticket back then was less than $6. During the 1950s and 60s, wristwatches and celebrities went hand in hand, with many high-profile celebrities wearing watches from Longines, Omega, to Rolex. Many of these watches were seen on the big screen and on the stage. Throughout his career, he was a bit of a watch connoisseur. Davis was primarily a Rolex man, owning classic models like the Rolex Datejust, as well as a more customized model, like a Submariner paired with a presidential bracelet and a diamond bezel. In addition to several Rolex watches, there were a couple of other standouts in his collection. The first is a yellow gold Cartier from Frank Sinatra. It's a beautiful quartz watch with 2 time zones with a moon phase complication. Davis even gifted a Patek Philippe to Jerry Lewis in 1958. Davis relished the time he spent in Vietnam with the American soldiers and encouraged other entertainers to follow suit. The first of his concerts in Long Binh drew 15,000 GIs. After that first show, Davis told the Stars and Stripes, "I've never been so tired and felt so good in my life." Davis would take his show to the troops for a 13-day tour.
Just shaking hands with a cat, saying right on, peace, baby. Sometimes just looking at a guy's face and knowing that he was saying in 1,000 different ways, hey man, thank you for coming over.
During his trip to Vietnam, Sammy Davis Jr. wore the Tag Heuer Monaco. Just like Steve McQueen, he was one of the first celebrities to wear the watch. You can almost say that Sammy Davis Jr. lived in a time of giants. From Frank Sinatra to Elvis to Muhammad Ali to John Wayne and Dean Martin. And of all these entertainers, Sammy Davis Jr. was able to cut out a piece for himself. Davis's long career in show business was even more remarkable because he managed to break color barriers. But across the country, entertainers and others cited Davis as a mentor and pioneer who reached mainstream audiences, even though he hailed from minority groups in both race and religion. But few stars come along who entertain us as much as Davis did, from the 1950s up to his death in 1990.
And not the other. About as close as I'm gonna get to it, baby. Peace.